Okay, so I just wanted to make a analysis video for this week for you guys. We're about to start a brand new market this week, see exactly what's going to happen from Monday to Friday, and I just want to put together potential things that can happen, things you guys can look out for when you're trading Forex, guys. So let's look into it. The first pair I want to talk about is the USDCAD, and right now we can clearly see it's consolidating a bit. It's creating a little bit of a channel right here. So we were looking for three things. Either it comes back up and just stays in this channel, or if it breaks above this trend line right there, the price is probably going to go up and make another high. So we have a high right here, right? So if they're able to break above this trend line, I'm assuming that's going to go up and make a new high. That's something you guys can look out for. But if it breaks underneath this trend line, then what's going to happen is to come back down to this level right here, where then it might bounce back up and continue the channel that's currently doing, right? So just look out for this setup right here and trade accordingly. So next pair we'll talk about USDJPY. We can see that the trend has reversed here. And how do we see that? Let me show you guys. So over here, we can clearly see it was in a major uptrend, right? And over here, there's a higher low, higher high, came back again, a higher low, and then it failed to make a higher high right here, right? Gave a little bit of a double top, and then it created a new low right here. So this to me would basically mean that the market is potentially about to reverse. So that's one thing you want to look out for. So what I'm expecting here to happen is the price to come back down into this support level around this area right here, and then bounce back up into that trend line and just keep going down. This is what I'm expecting to happen. Now, it's not 100% guaranteed, but that's what I think will happen this week in the USD JPY pair. Moving forward, USD Swiss franc, kind of the same thing, guys. We had an upwards trend. It broke that trend, created a new low, and we're looking to see here if it's going to respect this trend line right here. If it respects this trend line, then you can see it come back down all the way to this level right there. But if it's able to break this trend line, chances are it's going to continue and do a little bit of an upwards movement like this, guys. So it's something to watch out for as well. AUDUSD. Now this one was in a downtrend. We can see here we had one touch on this trend line, 2, 3, and right now we're at that trend line right now. So what we want to look for right now, if we want to see if this is able to break this trend line, go back up and come back down and retest this level right here. If this happens, then we could see a potential new trend going upwards. If this trend line right here, this one right there, breaks, so the candles come and break this trend line, then we're simply just going to see another move to the downside where it's going to go back down and create another lower low, just like happened previously. So that's one thing to look out for on AUDUSD. Next pair, guys, NZDUSD. Kind of the same thing. Same exact setup pretty much. We just want to see how it reacts in this key level right here. So we have a lot of resistance up here. Okay, we want to see if it comes up, touches right here, and if it holds this trend line, it's going to create a new high. If the trend line breaks, then it's going to go ahead and make a new low. So it's, again, we're at a pivotal moment. So we want to see what happens around this trend line. So if you get like a buy signal here on EliteAlgo, then that may be a good indication to take the trade. If you don't get a buy signal there, then that means most likely it might end up dropping, right? Next pair, GBPUSD. Same thing, a lot of resistance up here. We have a short-term upwards trend line. We just want to see exactly what happens in this area. Does it respect this resistance and come back and break this trend line? Or does this trend line continue to hold price right here? So right now, right here, we're looking to see for buy signals around this trend line to see what happens, or a sell signal if it breaks the trend line. That's what we're going to look for right now. And then this one, again, we had a downwards trend line. It looks like it broke the trend, right? It created a higher high right here. It came back down into the gold zone for the Fibonacci, and it looks like there's a new trend line creating. So I'm expecting this one to just start making new higher highs and start an uptrend on British pound, Japanese yen. And the last one I want to look at, guys, is the EURUSD. And just like the other ones, we have a big downwards trend right here, and we're at a very strong trend line because we have one touch here, one touch here. This is the third touch, and we have a lot of resistance. So I'm expecting it to fall down, but if it ends up breaking this trend line, then we can see it go up till about this level right there. So around here, and then come back down to retest the broken resistance. That's now going to be support if it breaks past this level, then potentially create a new high afterwards. So that's my market analysis for this week. If you guys want to know more about this or have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.